Hi, this is Paulette from the Magical Needle, and today I'm going to do a tutorial on how to make fabric bowls. So this is a clothesline. It's cotton. It's 3/16 of an inch, and this one is 100 feet. And I got this at my grocery store. You could also get this at a hardware store. I recommend getting cotton only, or they have some cotton poly mixes. Just make sure that the clothesline is not too soft, or then it's going to be hard for it to become stable when you make the bowl. I also have some fabric. These were actually jelly rolls that I cut up and then I just sewed together. I have a whole bunch that I'm going to use. They're just scraps from an old quilt. So the beginning of the cording has tape. You always want it to tape or it's going to fray. So then what you're going to do is you're going to fold it in, and then you're going to slowly make a spiral. Make sure the spiral is close together. You want it as close and tight together as possible. You're just going to keep turning it and turning it and turning it until it is around that size, which would be what, like 1.5 inches, a little more than 1.5 inches. And then the next thing you're going to do is just take some thick pins, and you're just going to stick it in the cording so it just keeps the shape. Sometimes I do this honestly, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just hold the spiral in my hand and then go to the sewing machine and start to sew. So what you're going to do is actually use a wide elastic zigzag stitch from your sewing machine. If you don't have an elastic stitch, just use a wide one. But elastic, I find, works really well. It works better than a regular zigzag, but both will be fine, absolutely fine. And then you're going to start here in the middle, and then you're going to try to zigzag all the way around, all the way around, all the way around. And actually, when you start to zigzag, it really needs to go where the tail is going underneath. So the tail's on the right, and then it pulls this way. So you're sewing like that. But I'll show you a tutorial on how I do it. I'm using this plastic stick. It helps push down and hold the cording in place while I sew. As you could see, I started here in the center. I'm probably going to go back and reinforce that again just to make sure it holds for stability. And I am using the wide zigzag stitch. I am using a bright colored teal thread. I'm doing that because I'm going to add fabric later. So the other option is, if you don't like how the center looks with the zigzag stitches, you could actually applique a fabric design on it. You could do a circle, some people do a heart. So I will continue doing some more tutorials on this. So I stopped here. This is going to be like my main base. And I did go over it a few times using the zigzag stitch because I did notice I missed a few spots. So when you're done, just bend the cording and see where you missed, and it'll show you, and then re-go over that area, because it's really important to catch the cording in the zigzag stitches. And you could actually make this larger if you want. You don't have to stop this size, because the larger the base, it will change the shape of your bowl.